Alright guys, this is how you do a down and dirty calendar in InDesign. So create a new document. Okay, let's make it a tabloid. And we want the width to be 11, height to be 17. And we hit OK. And what you're going to do is come over to your Pages palette and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 pages. That's a full year. So, page 1. You want to divide this in half. Top part's going to be the image, bottom part's going to be the calendar. So drag a guide down, and it's 8.5, so it's 17th in height. And then what I usually do is I drag another guide down, and make sure you use your guides. Manny's going to be looking for that. Guides are beautiful. We love guides. Okay, so go like a ½ inch up, and a ½ inch down. All right. That's going to give you the fold. So if they put like rings and stuff in there, you got space. So to do a table, you have to use your text tool. So grab the text tool. All right. And click over in this corner, drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and pull. Okay, so you have a text table. You can't see anything, but it's there. Once you have a text table, and the only way you can do a table is within a text box. Okay, so you go to Table, Insert Table. And it's going to be 6 rows because a month, here I'll show you, check it out. If you go to time and date, you can see, like, look for the largest month, which is like usually like January or July. That's 31. See, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, that's just timeanddate.com. That way you can get the dates right on your calendar for 2016. So make sure you do that. All right. So you have 6 rows and 7 columns, and you hit OK. 7 columns, 7 days a week, and you hit all right. Okay. Now there's a couple different things going on here. If you see this little arrow, this is going to adjust the height between one cell and another. What you want to do is kind of slowly go over to this side, and when you get the diagonal arrow, click and pull down. And you see? Boom! A calendar! Alright, in each one of these cells you can do something, okay? So you can put like a shade in there if you want, okay? You can align the text, so if I want the 1 to be over here, okay? I just do one of these little align right, and I type 1, tab, and you'll have to do this later, but 2, tab 3, tab 4, tab 5, tab 6, tab 7. See, look. So it's the first, second, third, fourth, and then if you want, you can just highlight all of these and click on that left align, and all of them are aligned. Yay! Do some cool stuff, like if you want to put, like, if it's Halloween, you put a little pumpkin in there or something like that. You know, make an interesting looking one, okay? You're going to have to put the month somewhere. So if you actually kind of want to make this a little bit smaller, I'm holding down the Shift option, or on a PC it would be Alt. Okay, and grab this little table here. See how easy it is? Yeah. You can just kind of move it over a little bit. There. That way, if you want to move the table itself, you can click on this little arrow up here and then just kind of move it down. So click on the little arrow and move this down a little bit. Okay, so basic table, put your dates on it, and then you could put like the month up here if you want to. I've had students go and do, let's say we just type something. This could be January. Alright, highlight it, come over here, make it a little bit bigger. It's up to you. And I think what's kind of cool sometimes if you were to do, some kind of cool typography, maybe have January over to the side here. That'd be kind of cool. Use your text tool. Let's grab that, and what we're going to do here is we're going to increase tracking on it. Oh, increase data. Increase. Are you not increasing? There we go. Kind of spread it out so it's a little easier to work with. Okay, so you can put it there, or if you want, you can put it at the bottom. It's kind of up to you. Turn that around and put January here if you wanted to, or over here. Try to be a little bit creative with it. Okay. Always feel free to mess around with the cell itself. So grab the text tool to mess around with the cell, and we can click it and right click and do table options. You can get headers or footers. You can do cell options, and let's do like strokes and fills. And so we can say, oh, it'd be cool. Okay, we have like a 2-point weight, and we want it to be blue, and cell fill is see red, but we're only going to put like maybe a 20% tint into it. And we hit OK, and see, cool, yay, you've made a calendar. And up top here is where you're going to want to do an image. So Paula can easily tell you, just go to Google and let's look up, of course, Star Wars. Internet's so slow. Go to images and let's do search tools. Let's find some big nice images. Let's do, that should be pretty good. And so here's a cool one, and view image, and let's download it. Do me a favor when you do this, go ahead and open it in Photoshop and save it as like either a TIFF or a Photoshop file. Don't put JPEGs in there. No one likes JPEGs except for the web. So I'm going to open up Photoshop. And on all of these here, try to play around and maybe create what's called a character style. So if you come down into your styles and open up character styles, refer to your book. It shows you how to make character styles. And so what you could do is with this January here is like, okay, I want to make every month has the same character. And so basically what you're doing is like, okay, you highlight it, and let's say instead of using that font, we use this really tacky one, and we increase the size to 34, and we're going to do a italic there. So based on that, you can create a new style sheet. Okay, so we create a new style sheet. You can do that there, or click on this little button here. Okay, and say new character style. Okay, and so you can base it on something, and you don't have to, but I'd name it like month. And you can see here that it's Helvetica New, medium italic, size 34, tracking 40. So once you hit OK there, you're going to have a character style. So every time you do January, February, and March, you just click on this character style, and it applies it. Yay, we like that. Okay, so we're going to open up Photoshop. Stupid Photoshop. Okay, it's over on the other page. Hold on. So here's Photoshop. Command open, and there is the Star Wars picture. Okay, so it's too big, we know that. It's got to be 11 inches, okay? So basically what you can do is come over here and say, okay, on my InDesign page, oh, I did it on the 12th day, look at it. You can say you want it to fill up just this area, or if you want it to bleed all the way off, okay? So we don't care about this side or this side, but we want it to be in proportion. So we know it's got to be, if you want to bleed it off, make sure it's a little bit over 11 inches, maybe I would say 1/8 on either side, and you come down here and say, okay, I want it to go to 8 inches. So I go over to Photoshop, grab my handy dandy crop tool, and I want my width to be, I'll say, let's just do 11.5, and we want it to be 8. So that's what you got to work with. So you got to figure out what part's the best. Let's do this part. So we still have the X-wing in there. Okay, that's cool. I hit return. Return. Oh no, there's some white space at the bottom. I'll clean that up. I make sure my image size itself is 300. And I'm going to unlink that. So it is 11 by that. What was that? No, we're doing 11.5 by 8. Okay. And I really, really want that to be 300. Okay. Stupid thing. Let's resize it this way first. Okay, image size. And it's like, Dave, you're confusing me. That's okay. So we have to make it 300 dpi, and then we have that 11.5 by 8. So we crop it. I'm holding down my space bar. Try to get some of that X-wing in there. Alright. And I hit return. Then I'm going to save it. Save as. And usually I just create a new folder for stuff, but I don't want JPEGs, so you can do it as a Photoshop file, which I usually do, and call this one Jan Art PSD, and then go into InDesign, and we're going to place. Okay, Command D basically places January Art, or you can do File Place, whichever one you want to do. Hit open. Make sure. There we go. Now it's all in there. It's looking pretty. And you see it's just a little bit bigger. So if it bleeds out, it's not a problem. And if it looks fuzzy, just right click and display performance and do like high quality. And it'll look really cool. Alright. So do this for all 12 pages and kind of get a theme going. Don't do exactly what I did. I mean, just go in there, have some fun, try some character styles. Remember to always use your guides. And that's that. If you have any questions, let me know.